Welcome to Librarian Recommends. Hi, my name is Trish and I'm one of the librarians at Barbican Library, and I'm going to bring you some suggestions of books to read or listen to via a Librarian Recommends session on a Thursday. You can download ebooks and audiobooks using our free RBdigital app. If you need help using the app, please take a look at our user guide video, which you can find in the video section on the left of this Facebook page, or go to our YouTube channel using the link above. Today I'm going to concentrate on music books. Whilst all of these are non-fiction, there are some more factual and some that are memoirs or biographies, so something to suit most tastes and music interests. Firstly, I'm going to mention some ebook titles you might be interested in trying. My first suggestion is Friedrich Chopin, A Life and Times by Alan Walker. This is a highly detailed and meticulously written biography of the Polish composer, based on 10 years of research from primary sources in archives in Warsaw, Paris, London, New York and Washington. Chopin was born in the Duchy of Warsaw in 1810, and Walker paints a vivid picture of his childhood, family life and musical education. He documents his life after leaving Poland in 1830 and settling in Paris. Here he earned money from publishing his works and teaching piano to affluent European students, preferring to play his remarkable compositions in the intimacy of the salon rather than large concert halls. This is a comprehensive study of Chopin's life, from child prodigy to his premature death from tuberculosis at 39. A book that will appeal not just to pianists or musicians, but to anyone interested in the fascinating lives of composers or music of the Romantic era. How about Mars by 1980 by David Stubbs? This is music journalist David Stubbs' absorbing study of electronic music. He examines its origins from the earliest mechanical experiments in the late 19th century to the noise-generating experimental musical instruments invented and built by futurist Luigi Russolo before and after the First World War. He traces the music's evolution through the work of many avant-garde composers to the creation of the BBC Radiophonic Workshop and the pioneering work of Daphne Oram and Delia Derbyshire. The author explores how the gradual acceptance of electronic sounds into mainstream popular music over the past few decades led to the emergence of a host of new genres. This is a book that recognises the innovators, the mavericks, the forward thinkers and best exponents of a music that today is as popular as it is ubiquitous. This is a gem of a read for anyone with a love of or interested in electronic music and the artists who make it. Next up is The Birth of Loud by Ian S. Port. The Birth of Loud is the story of the modern electric guitar, the pivotal part it played in rock and roll history, and the competition between the instrument's biggest innovators, Leo Fender and Les Paul. The two men were total opposites. Fender was a quiet man, half blind since age 8, who ran his own radio repair shop. Les Paul was an eager, maniacal, self-taught musician, successful songwriter and guitar and recording virtuoso. It was Fender, who did not play the guitar or any musical instrument, who first recognised the potential for an electric guitar that was easy to hold, tune and play and would not feed back. He designed and released the first solid-body electric guitar in 1950, known as the Fender Esquire. It was a big hit with musicians. Not to be outmanoeuvred, Gibson, the largest guitar manufacturer, released their own version of the guitar, which was designed with input from Les Paul. It went on sale in 1952, and so began the rivalry between the two men and their guitar brands, as some of the most famous and influential musicians of the 1950s and 60s adopted one maker's guitar or the other. This is a great read for guitarists, music history buffs and pop culture enthusiasts. My final ebook suggestion is Anatomy of a Song by Mark Myers. In this highly enlightening book, writer and music historian Myers reveals the stories behind 45 pop, rock, R&B and country songs, starting with Lordy Miss Claudie by Lloyd Price, released in 1952, and ending with Losing My Religion by REM from 1991. The author puts each track in its historical context before examining its genesis. Myers hasn't chosen the most successful or famous song from the artists he's interviewed, but those that he feels have been the most influential to the music scene. The book is made up of the recollections of the people responsible for the songs: writers, performers, musicians, studio engineers and producers. Leading artists reveal the emotions, inspirations and techniques behind their work, and includes contributions from Mick Jagger, Joni Mitchell, Elvis Costello, Rod Stewart, The Clash, Debbie Harry and Stevie Wonder. This is a treasure trove of fascinating details about great songs released by some of the most significant names in popular music. And now on to some audiobooks. If you've not tried listening to books before, do give it a go, and somehow it seems appropriate to listen to books about music. First up is Face It by Debbie Harry. This audiobook is Harry's memoir, narrated by the singer herself. It has a conversational style, with Harry telling anecdotes and stories from her past. It covers her childhood, raised by her adoptive parents in New Jersey, and her life before music, when she worked variously as a model, a waitress, a secretary and a Playboy bunny. She then details all the bands she joined and left before founding her own pop group, Blondie, in 1974. She paints an evocative picture of the gritty, drug-fuelled downtown scene of 70s New York, where Blondie played alongside the Ramones, Iggy Pop, Talking Heads and David Bowie. She recounts her career and personal highs and lows, from huge commercial and worldwide success to heroin addiction, from the ill health suffered by her partner and fellow band member Chris Stein and the demise of their romantic relationship, to the acrimonious breakup of the band, devastating bankruptcy, and her attempts to carve out a successful solo career, and Blondie's eventual reunion. This, the engaging story of Harry's colourful life as a new wave and punk icon and beyond. My next suggestion is The Pianist of Yarmouk by Aham Ahmad. This book is a testament to the uplifting and healing power of music. It is the true life story of Aham Ahmad, the son of Palestinian refugees living in Syria. He is a classically trained pianist and is working as a music teacher when life is turned upside down with the outbreak of the Syrian civil war in 2011. Bombed out of their apartment, Aham and his family take refuge in their music shop situated in Yarmouk, 8 kilometres from Damascus. One day, a frustrated and angry Aham takes his piano out onto one of the devastated streets of his neighbourhood and starts playing a song of hope. Then every day sees him playing and singing for his family and fellow Syrians, and his performances bring respite and solace to those suffering around him. This is a captivating and moving story of an ordinary man who uses his love of music to provide comfort and bring joy to those who need it in most challenging and extraordinary times. This is a truly inspiring listening. How about Greetings from Bury Park by Zafras Manzoor? This memoir is the inspiration for the 2019 film Blinded by the Light. Journalist, broadcaster and documentary maker Manzoor recounts his life growing up in Bury Park in Luton after his family emigrated from Pakistan when he was just a toddler. They arrived in the UK in 1974 to join his father, who was already settled there. Zafras writes about his teenage years, struggling to reconcile being both British and Pakistani Muslim, and to fit in both at school and at home. When a classmate introduces him to the music of Bruce Springsteen, it's a pivotal moment in his life. The pair's friendship deepens over their shared love of the boss, and Springsteen becomes a source of inspiration and strength to the enthralled 16-year-old Zafras. While detailing the influence of Springsteen's songs throughout his life, the author also explores his difficult relationship with his father and the impact of his death in 1995. This is a warm and perceptive autobiography about family, friends, and the power of music to transcend race and religion. My final audiobook suggestion is Rise Up by Stormzy. This isn't a straightforward autobiography from rapper and grime artist Stormzy, who believes he is too young for one of those. Rather, it's the oral history of a collective, The people who help the performer go from being one of the most promising musicians of his generation to the voice of a generation. The contributions are from members of team #Murky, including Tobe Onwuka, his manager and childhood friend, his music producer Fraser T. Smith, tour manager Trevor Williams, and others. It charts the making of Stormzy's Gang Signs and Prayer, his debut album, which entered the UK charts at number 1. Stormzy's meteoric rise from little-known aspiring grime MC to hugely commercial and critically successful music star and role model is the story of ambition, hard work, the drive for excellence, unwavering faith, and of course the importance of teamwork and support from those around you. This is an inspiring and empowering listen about following your dreams without compromising who you are. I do hope you enjoy these ideas for your next read, even if it's a subject you've not thought of reading about before. Why not try something new? And don't forget, if these titles I've suggested are unavailable when you look, you can search by genre and availability in the RBdigital app, or simply browse the collection. Do use the comments section below to add your own suggestions of music books you think our customers might enjoy. And if we don't already have them available in our RBdigital collection, we will see if we can add them. Before I go, I would like to thank my colleague Lynn for her invaluable help putting these recommendations together. Do stay safe and well, and see you next week. Bye.